Okay, it's about to start.
Yeah,
So you will give us a sign.
yeah. Although someone's standing in the way, so I can't really see.
Oh.
Who is that standing there? She's supposed to raise her stick. Will you see me if I go over right near there?
I'll try. Would be better. Is he an official or is just?
No, he's just standing there.
Yeah, maybe you can tell him to sit down. See that guy with the okay. That's right. Yeah, yeah. So we could see his whole front. So, and as I repeat, I'll try to give it a different feel. Sometimes I'll make it sweet, sometimes proud, and whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We just keep going. That's right. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, ready, and. So keep
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Canada, our home and native land. true pain, love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Good morning. My name is Linda Schott, and I am the president here at the University of Maine at Presque Isle, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 105th anniversary commencement at this university. I want to begin first by thanking our soloist, Bethany Lord, from the class of 2014, and David Farrell from the class of 2003. Probably some of you have cell phones. If you do, please turn off the ringer. But otherwise, we encourage you to use your cell phone, take photos, and tweet about the event today. We'd love to be trending on Twitter. So if you have a Twitter account, we have a hashtag that you can attach to any message, hashtag GradUMPI14. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the platform party, and I'd ask the members of the party to please stand when your name is called, and I'd ask the audience to please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, Senator Roger Sherman, District 34. State Representative Tyler Clark, District 6. State Representative Joyce Fitzpatrick, District 8. State Representative Carol McElwee, District 4. State Representative Robert Saucier, District 5. Dr. Bill Breton, Chair, UMPI Faculty Assembly. Sharon Roix, President of the Alumni Association and a member of the graduating class of 1964. James Stepp, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Ray Rice, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Marty Parsons, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Steve Richard, Chair, Board of Visitors. And Sam Collins, Chair of the University of Maine System Board of Trustees. And finally, our distinguished guest today and commencement speaker, Ellis Paul. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Each year, we invite the graduates from 50 years before to join us. And today, we are very honored to have several members of the class of 1964 with us. If they would wish, I'd ask them to stand as their names are called and remain standing, and we'll applaud them at the end. Ed Avery, Lena Avery, Mabel Desmond, Rita Knight, Peter Pillsbury, Richard Rand, Sharon Royks, Ruth Smith, and Gard Thompson. Congratulations. And current year graduates, we hope you'll be here in 50 years. We won't, but we hope you guys will be here. I'd also like to acknowledge faculty members who serve this institution with distinction and dedication and who have retired from those positions but still provide a great deal of support to the institution. Would our emeriti faculty please rise and be recognized? Cliff Budman, Leo Paul Sear, Andrea Gorman Gelder, Richard Kimball, and Bonnie Wood. The University of Maine at Presque Isle is an institution that takes great pride in the close bond that forms between faculty and students. And our faculty work very hard, and each of these graduates could tell you of several faculty who have been critical in their successes. So I would like to ask all of the faculty of the University of Maine at Presque Isle who are participating in commencement, would you please rise and be recognized for your accomplishments and help? I realized as I did that the standard request of rise and be recognized does not work for some individuals, so I'd also like to acknowledge Dr. Jackie Lohman, who is here with us as well as one of our faculty. At this time, Mr. Sam Collins, Chair of the Board of Trustees of the University of Maine System, will greet the graduating class of 2014.
President Schott, distinguished guests, family, friends, faculty, alumni, and soon-to-be graduates, it's an honor to be here with you. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Maine, I congratulate you for your achievements and for your contributions to enriching the university community. My personal congratulations also to our native son, Ellis Paul, who will be receiving an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree. Thank you, Ellis, for entertaining millions and inspiring all of us by your accomplishments and your perseverance. Parents, family, friends, faculty, and staff, we share your pride in the accomplishments of these young men and women, and we thank you for the commitment you have demonstrated in helping our graduates reach this lofty goal. As a father of 4 children, I clearly understand the challenges families face in completing 4 more years of higher education. However difficult the challenges and great the sacrifice, I can tell you from my own experience that the one investment will be your best and lastest longing one. The role we play in assuring that our loved ones receive an undergraduate degree is a great decision and a permanent gift that many will appreciate. We all have a shared responsibility to educate the next generation for the benefit of our families, our communities, our state, and society. To the graduates, congratulations. You will possess a degree that is affordable and accessible for Mainers because of the value citizens place on education. You will not be burdened by an insurmountable debt as you start your next chapter. As you begin your next steps, I ask 2 things from you. As a graduate, I have good news. You're part of the 1%. The 1% in the world that have a 4-year degree. So be proud of the education you have received. Shout the praises of the University of Maine at Presque Isle and advocate for the continued prioritization of education and remain connected to your alma mater. Secondly, stay in Maine. And better yet, stay in the county and contribute to making this a great county in this great state. We need your talents, your energy, your enthusiasm to move our state forward. My connection to you is deeper than some, for I'm your neighbor and a lifelong resident of the county. I've been a spectator cheering your successes on the ski trails, the soccer and baseball fields, the basketball courts, in the art studios, in the labs, and in the classroom, while you have been taking full advantage of your college experience and attaining your degree. Now I'm interested in seeing what your future holds, what each of you will accomplish, and what each of you will contribute to the world in which we live. Continue to be a lifelong student, but also take on the role of being a teacher to your contemporaries, to the young, and to the more seasoned. You do not fully realize the impact your energy, enthusiasm, youth, and newfound skills will do to improve lives. Your excitement motivates us and invigorates us to collectively achieve more in all aspects of our lives. You may have been inspired by a professor, a coach, or a community member. Now it's your time to inspire us. We are now looking to you to be the mentor, to motivate fellow companions and workers, and to give generously of your time and talents to the communities in which you live. We bid you farewell as students, and we welcome you back as alumni. We wish you all the best in your next venture, and we look forward to celebrating your future victories and accomplishments. Congratulations and good luck.
Mr. Steve Richard, Chair of the Board of Visitors for the University of Maine at Presque Isle, will now greet the graduates.
President Schott, platform guests, most importantly, graduates. It's my pleasure to bring greetings from the Board of Visitors to the class of 2014. We know that you've worked very hard to receive your degree, and we congratulate you on this fine accomplishment. We know that you leave the University of Maine at Presque Isle with a good education because we have great professors here at UMPI. The Board of Visitors in hopes that you will find the career of your choice, and we also hope that no matter what community you decide to live in, that you will give back to the community in the spirit of the University of Maine at Presque Isle. Make us proud, and again, congratulations.
Would like now to ask Dr. Bill Breton, who is Chair of the Faculty Assembly, to come forward and greet the graduates.
President Schott, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, and members of the class of 2014, here we are. My role in this event is to bring you greetings from the faculty. Greetings. As a faculty member, I really have a sense of wonderment for this graduating class. Wonderment because I wonder what's going to happen to them after they leave us. What's going to happen after they fledge from this nest? Owls, fledge, nest. You got the idea. Many members of the faculty are probably asking themselves the same question. OMG. I learned how to text this year from my 10-year-old grandniece. OMG. What's going to happen when they leave? To the class of 2014, some of you may be wondering the same thing. What's next? Some of you are going on to higher education. Some of you have jobs. Some of you just plain don't know. And some of you are going on. Now parents are going, OMG. Not to fret. All of your teachers on this side were at the same position that you are many years ago when they were graduating from college, wondering what comes next. And what eventually happened to the faculty, for us, was that we became teachers. And as teachers, we want our students to be successful. And the greatest sign of success for a teacher is to be able to say that my pupil no longer needs me. We no longer need you. A teacher is one who makes themselves progressively unnecessary, but available when needed. Don't be fearful to contact members of your faculty when you're out there in the world of work. I also want to thank the moms and the dads in the audience for allowing us to be, in a way, surrogate parents to your children. You were their first teachers. You instilled in these young men and women a quest for learning. It was William Butler Yeats who said in the early 1900s that education is not filling a pail, but lighting a fire. I'd like to paraphrase one of my favorite singers, and I'm aging myself here, Jim Morrison of the Doors, and be liberal in his interpretation of the lyrics. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Come on, baby, light my fire. And as a faculty member, I hope we ignited in you all an inferno. May the fire and desire for continued learning never be extinguished. Think warmly of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Breton. Josh, it's your turn. I'd like to invite Josh McKinnon, president of the senior class, to greet the audience.
Since we're getting this day trending on Twitter, let me take a selfie just for a quick sec here. This will only take a minute, I promise. Grads, if you will, please. Greetings, President Schott, special guests, members of the platform party, family, friends, and to you, my classmates. My name is Josh McKinnon. I'm a senior class president for the graduating class of 2014. We did it, guys. We did it. It has been quite the journey over the past 4 or 5 years, and I, for one, could not be happier to say we're graduating. If you would indulge me for a few minutes, I would like to impart some of my many years of wisdom on you guys. 3 words that have impacted my life over my college career: opportunity, dreams, and family. These words carry a lot of weight and affect us in ways we've never known. Opportunity can be given, and opportunity can be earned. We worked hard to get to where we are today and took advantage of the opportunities that were given to us. Think back to the countless hours of studying, essay writing, exam taking. Look back on it with pride, knowing that it helped us to get to this day. We have all been given opportunities throughout our lives, and it's whether we take advantage of those opportunities or not that's going to make the difference. There will come a time in our near futures where we will have the opportunity to do great things. Please take advantage of that. After today, we are entering the next chapter of our lives. For some, that might be the scariest thing one has done to date. For others, for some, I hope everyone here in attendance has a dream and is either in the process of attaining that dream or currently living it. For those of you who are still trying to figure out their dream, please do not be afraid to dream big. The late great Walt Disney said, all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. UMPI grad class of 2014, I want you all to pursue your dreams, no matter how scary they may seem, because that is what you deserve and nothing less. Here at the University of Maine Presque Isle, you can often hear the word family. It might be a sports team using it, it might be a campus group using it, but you will hear the word. My favorite use is when I describe my true friends. That is when you'll hear me say it the most, my true friends. Sorry. I am so thankful for my UMPI family. They have helped me through the hard times and have celebrated with me through the good times. I know I can speak for all of us that are away from home in saying that without our UMPI family, it just makes it that much harder. I know there are a lot of family members here in attendance today, and I can look out and see some of you that have let me eat a meal or let me stay a night at your house. Thank you. And I'm truly, truly thankful for that. I also look out and see my own beautiful family. I can't help but think of how proud I am and how thankful I am to have them as mine. Grads, look around the room and find your families and embrace that you have these wonderful people in your lives. These are the most important people in your lives. Cherish them. To switch gears, I want to talk about the new theme of our graduation. Where have your wings taken you? The class of 2014 is a perfect class to represent this theme, and it is appropriate because of the amount of potential I see in the 2014 class. It will now be the job of our wonderful Director of Alumni Relations, Keith Medor, to keep track of where our wings will take us in the future. Before we got our wings here at the University of Maine Presque Isle, we came from many different places around the world. Places like Norwich, England, Old Town, Maine, Lisbon, Maine, Van Buren, Maine, Truro, Nova Scotia, or Holton, Maine. A lot of Maine people here. These places have brought us some of our best and brightest owls. Whether you plan to return to Norwich or stay in the United States to shoot your three-pointers, we are going to be so proud of you, Michael Warner. There will be things to fix all around the world, and with your limitless potential, I know you will MacGyver all of them. And we are going to be so proud of you, Luke Bartlett. True love is hard to capture. You are truly an inspiration, both as a PTA student and as a fiance, and we are going to be so proud of you, Angel Strout. From small towns come big dreams, and with your drive and determination, I know you will achieve everything you set your mind to, and we're going to be so proud of you, Jennifer Ouellette. We all know you'll never play for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but maybe one day they'll need an athletic trainer, and even if you choose the Montreal Canadiens, we and I will be still proud of you, Tyler Cavanaugh. With your grace and poise, I know you will be so successful and turn so many heads in the physical therapy world, and I and we will be so proud of you, Martha McParland. As we leave today, I urge all of my fellow Owls to tell us where your wings have taken you and not to lose contact. I want to thank you guys for all the memories we've shared here at the university, and I wish you all the very best of luck in your futures. In closing, I urge you all to take advantage of every opportunity in life, believe in your dreams, and last and most importantly, love your families. I'll see you all at homecoming.
Great job, Josh. Now you can relax. It is now my honor to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Ellis Paul. Ellis Paul, an accomplished folk singer and songwriter and award-winning performer who hails from Presque Isle, has been a strong proponent of and contributor to the arts throughout his career. A veteran, almost constantly touring troubadour, he is one of the most respected artists in the folk genre. The New York Times said of Paul, despite his success and sense of history, Mr. Paul remains an artist with his eye on the future and an interest in discovering the transformative power of his music. Transformation is something we appreciate here at the university. As one of the top American singers and songwriters, Ellis Paul has won numerous awards, including an unprecedented 14 Boston Music Awards. His literate streak has inspired the frequent use of his songs in television and film, and his work has appeared in numerous TV shows and Hollywood films. He has performed with countless acclaimed musicians, including Pete Seeger, Arlo Guthrie, Patty Griffin, John Mayer, Ani DeFranco, Dar Williams, Sean Colvin, and multiple platinum band Sugarland. At the request of Woody Guthrie's daughter, Nora Guthrie, and after several trips to the Woody Guthrie archives, he even has a co-write credit with that music legend, their song, God's Promise. Ellis Paul has performed at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Carnegie Hall, festivals, clubs, schools, and community coffee houses all over the globe, adding up to about 150 or more shows a year. Through the record label Black Wolf Records, which he co-founded in 1994, he has done over 20 CD projects as well as book and DVD projects. Paul's latest adult album, The Day After Everything Changed, includes 5 tracks co-written with Christian Bush of Grammy Award-winning country duo Sugarland. His latest family album, Gold Parents' Choice Award winner The Hero in You, is centered on true American heroes such as Rosa Parks, Ben Franklin, Jackie Robinson, Woody Guthrie, and Martha Graham. This collection of songs was created by Ellis Paul to remind both parents and children of the importance that these incredible individuals had in American history and to inspire kids to reach for the same level of accomplishments. As a Presque Isle native, Ellis Paul has returned home to Maine many times to share his love of the arts and to encourage people to work hard to achieve their long-term goals and dreams. He graduated from Presque Isle High School in 1983, where he was a star runner and still holds school records, and then attended Boston College on a track scholarship. When he's not on tour, he resides in Charlottesville, Virginia, with his wife and 2 children. Please help me welcome Mr. Ellis Paul.
I'm so honored to be here. I can't believe I'm doing this. I want to thank the university, President Schott, the faculty, honored guests, my mom, there she is, and anybody who I'm randomly just related to who I don't know who's here. Thank you. And thank you, graduates of 2014. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? You've been toiling for 4 years, sometimes more, to get to this point today. And the university has seen fit to reward you by hiring me as a folk singer, as your commencement speaker. I hope that's all right. One of the reasons why they chose me is because I'm from this beautiful town, Presque Isle. And I wouldn't be where I am today without this place. And I want to talk to you about community a little bit as we go on here. I remember I went to Boston College and I graduated in the 1980s, and I don't remember who my graduation speaker was. I know it was someone important. It was someone from the government. I still can't remember who it was, but I do remember this sea of people. There was about 2,000 graduates that day, and it's funny to me that on our most, I guess, our smartest day of our lives, where we were rewarded for all the hard work that we put in, that we would have to dress up like this. It just seems ridiculous. It's like a mix between a Grim Reaper and a clown costume. And it seems to me that it'd be a little more fun if we could just dress up as what our career choices were going to be. So you could come as a teacher or an astronaut or a physicist instead of this thing that we're wearing, which is so ridiculous in a lot of ways. Imagine the selfies if we were dressed like that. That would be a lot more fun. I want to talk to you a little bit about dreams and the importance of dreams. Certainly they've been important to me. When you're 5 and you're a kid, the world is meant to accommodate everything that you can think of yourself. Anything that you want to be, you can be. You can be a princess or a cowboy. Your parents and your teachers, they hand you crayons and pieces of paper. You go off and you do a picture of a fairy princess. You come back and they tell you, oh, this is like a Picasso, this is beautiful. They put it on the fridge like it's a piece of art in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. In first grade, you write a story about a wolf in the forest running around. You bring it to your parents, and they're like, you're going to be the next Ernest Hemingway. You know, you start playing trumpet in the 3rd grade, and they tell you that you're going to be Dizzy Gillespie. You know, but the older you get, the more the naysayers arrive in your life, and the more the doubts creep in, and the more society tells you you can't do these things. And I'm here to tell you that you can, but you got to fight back for it. Whatever version of you that you want to be is in you, and you know that. And if you deny it, it's still going to fight you on the inside. You don't want to be 50 and say, I should have or I could have. You don't want to be that person. My dad, at 26 years old, I was walking down the stairs of my house. I had my guitar in my hand. I was going out to do a show. And he was going up the stairs, and he said to me, you can't do this. I said, I can't do what? He said, you can't make a living as a musician. You can't do it. You've got to go back and get your graduate degree. And what I should have told him was, you know, Dad, if I work hard enough at this, someday someone will just give me one of these things for free, like they're going to do today. But I didn't know this was coming, and I'm so happy it has. I wish you would be here to see it. In the 7th grade, my dad, right up the hill over by the high school, he said, are you going to try out for the basketball team? Because it was November and it was time to try out for the basketball team. And I said, no, Dad, I'm gonna try out for the stage band and the chorus. So I'm going to do that instead. And he looked disappointed in a way, because he knew being on the basketball team here in Prescott was, you know, it's a way to get through high school in a kind of a safe, cool way. You know, you get all the social rewards for being that person. But he looked at me like he was questioning even my sexuality, like, you know, like, what are you thinking? Stage band instead of, like, I was coming out to him as a musician, really. And I said, you know, Dad, I'm gonna run cross country in the fall. I'm gonna do track in the spring, and in the winter I'm gonna do music. And I loved running, and I got to be state champion when I was at the high school, and I love music, and I'm a professional musician now. So it ended up being fine. Your parents, you know, they're here, and they witnessed you taking your first steps. They witnessed you going to kindergarten. You know, they witnessed you graduating from high school, and now they're here watching you graduate from college, and they're very proud of you. But part of them is just going, you know, we got them this far, and now you've got this degree, and this is kind of the point where you're on your own, walking on your own. You know, you've earned your wings, so to speak. It's up to you where you take them. They're hoping that you're eventually just going to move out of their basements. But your choices here are kind of your own now, you know, and I'm sure they're very, very proud of you. You're staring your 20s in your face. They're right in front of you. In my 20s, I worked very, very hard trying to establish myself as a musician. Don't waste your 20s. When your 30s kick in, not only are naysayers starting to show themselves around you, but you become one yourself. You start doubting yourself. And you don't want to get into your 40s and 50s having not become the person that you know internally that you are. So keep fighting for that. I wanted to talk a little bit about the community of Presque Isle. I'm so lucky to be from here, and one of the reasons why they've asked me to be here is because I come from a town like you. How many of you are actually from Presque Isle? All right. And the rest of you are probably from a town that's not so much unlike Presque Isle. And is anyone from New York City? No. Holton, Mars Hill, Edmonton? Good, good. I remember when I was a kid, I have to take the clown costume off here just a little bit. When I was a kid, we would do bottle drives here in town. Sometimes for me, for my races, in order to compete nationally, we'd have to raise money because my parents couldn't afford to take me on their own. And we would do things like bottle drives. And we'd raise $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for these trips. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how respectful people were of the effort I was putting in and how much they were willing to give and create community around me so I could do what I wanted to do. And I would go from house to house to house with a group of kids. I remember walking into a house. It was almost a shack on State Street. And it was dark when I walked in. And in the porch, as I was knocking, my eyes were adjusting to the light, and I could see that the walls from the floor to the ceiling were entirely made up of bottles and cans, and that the person that was living in the house was surviving off of them. And I knocked, and I wanted to just run away because I recognized I was going to be asking him to give his sustenance to me for my running thing. And he came to the door, and I got stuck there, and I had to tell him what the pitch was. And he ended up giving me like 2 cases of bottles, and it was probably only worth a few dollars, but I knew it was important to him. And that's the kind of community that Presque Isle is, and I'll never forget that. And in my life as an adult, I've tried to create community around me. I have a lot of people who follow my music, and if I have a problem in my life, if I need a tooth fixed, there's a dentist in my life that will come and fix it for me. If I get a speeding ticket, there's a lawyer in my life who will come and help me with it. And believe me, I've taken advantage of these people. And I have people who are so graciously helpful to my music career, and some of them are here. There's a woman here who's been to 296 of my shows. That's more than 135 shows than I've been to personally. I want to thank Karen for being here. And that's basically it. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you surround yourself with cheerleaders. I hope you follow your inner voice. And I hope you find some level of success that makes you incredibly happy and fulfilled. Thank you so much. They've asked me to write a song for you. It's the alma mater song for the university, and I've been very happy to do that. I'm going to sing it to you right now. How was that? Hello? There we are. All right, let's try that again. I hear the lifting of your wings,
Take to the sky, you sons and daughters, your voices echoing like owls rising above the fields. Be heard above her crystal waters. You are the sons and daughters of UMPI. Rise up, Presque Isle. From this nest of steel and stone, take to the sky, you sons and daughters. Hold the memory of home like owls flying above the fields. Ah, be heard above her crystal waters. You are the sons and daughters of UMPI. Rise up, Presque Isle. Raise a glass together, sing. Take to the sky, you sons and daughters. A choir of queens and kings, owls flying above the fields. Be heard above her crystal waters. You are the sons and daughters of UMPI. Rise up, Presque Isle. You are the sons and daughters of UMPI. Rise up, Presque Isle. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You graduates are probably the first graduates from the University of Maine at Presque Isle who have had a song written for them. Let's give Ellis Paul another round of applause. It is now my honor to confer upon Ellis Paul an honorary doctorate of humane letters. Ellis, if you will come stand with me, I'm going to read the citation. Chair Collins, if you'll come up as well. You'll be getting a nice diploma-looking device over there, and we'll give that to you in just a minute. But right now I'm going to read what is inscribed on his citation. Folk singer, songwriter, and proponent of the arts. You are commended today for your work to culturally enrich the lives of people in Maine and around the world. As an accomplished folk singer and songwriter, you have created compelling and heartfelt works that have garnered critical acclaim. As one of the most respected artists in the folk genre, and as a key figure in what has become known as the Boston School of Songwriting, you have helped to galvanize a literate, provocative, and urbanely romantic style of music that helped ignite the folk revival of the 1990s. Your work has touched the lives of many through live performances, movies, and television shows, bridging the gap between the modern folk sound and traditional folk music. As the recipient of an unprecedented 14 Boston Music Awards, you have achieved what many would consider the pinnacle of contemporary acoustic music success. Through all of these efforts, you have helped to spread your love of the arts. As a Presque Isle native and a 1983 graduate of Presque Isle High School, you have also served as a wonderful ambassador for Northern Maine, as well as an inspiration for young people working to achieve their long-term goals and dreams. In recognition of your outstanding accomplishments in the performing arts, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Let's put the hood on first, maybe.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Really.
Great job. And if you would like to hear more of Ellis Paul's music, he is very generously performing a concert tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. in the campus center that will serve in part as a fundraiser for our auditorium renovation project. So we invite you all to join us there tomorrow at 3 p.m. Okay, it's that time that you really all came for, the recognition of our graduates. I want to just mention, you've heard references throughout the ceremony about the owl and the new tradition that we started here. You'll see that I am wearing, and the faculty and some of our staff members are wearing our new Snowy Owl pin, and it is described in the commencement program. So for the first time this year, as the graduates, they'll come across the stage, they'll receive their diploma, and then they'll go over to that area where several of our distinguished faculty members, the chairs and assistant chairs of the School of Arts and Sciences and the the College of Arts and Sciences and the College of Professional Programs and Education, will pin them, and they will become truly snowy owls that we envision flying high in their futures. Okay, I am now going to turn it over to Provost Raymond Rice.
This is a time in the program that usually calls for a seventh inning stretch here, so perhaps you could play some appropriate Boston Red Sox music for the seventh inning stretch up there. Thank you, Kevin. As we prepare to name those who are graduating today. But first, it is my pleasure to introduce and thank the group of individuals who have been singularly dedicated to the success and accomplishments of you, the graduating class of 2014. An inspiring, devoted, and tireless collective of teachers and professionals, scholars and artists who have committed themselves week in and week out, both within and without the classroom, from first-year seminars to advanced level research and internships and senior shows, to providing you, this year's graduates, with the skills and abilities necessary for success wherever your wings take you, or whatever comes next. A community among whom I have been so fortunate to count myself a member for most of these past 16 years, and the individuals whom I proudly consider to be the most remarkable educators in this great University of Maine system, this great state of Maine, indeed this great nation, the faculty of the University of Maine at Presque Isle. Thank you. And now, will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise and come forward? Ryan Robert Van Buskirk. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Biology please rise and come forward? Shane Thomas Rusevice. Kayla Elizabeth Jean Gloria Lagasse. Anthony Paul Corbin, magna cum laude. Morgan Lynn Burby. Brittany Elise Luchin, cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Management please rise and come forward? Christopher A. Anthony Cosenzi. Dylan Russell Wista. Brian Lucas Malloy. Henry Wayne Pelletier, magna cum laude. Josiah Albert Brazier, cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Callahan. Melissa Irene Netto. Daniel Lewis St. Peter. Ryan Albert Shaber, magna cum laude. Nicholas Charles Edward Johnson, cum laude. Andrea May Hill. Rosemary Sue Moody. Jordan James Hemingway, magna cum laude. Candace Lynn Stonier Collins. Courtney Lee Lovely. Matthew Philip Tompkins. Jennifer Lynn Ouellette. John Douglas Blair Haddad. Claude Gerard Lewis. Michael Jonathan Balmer, magna cum laude. Yusheen Gua. Zhuzhao Song. magna cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English please rise and come forward? Oh, excuse me. The Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, please rise and come forward. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. This is the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Management. Kimberly Ann Hall, summa cum laude.
They managed to keep us straight, right?
Richard William Landry, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, magna cum laude. Daniel Ryan Coate. Cameron Ryan Thing. Nicole Louise Hamilton. Elizabeth Martha Flagg. Audrey Dawn Pictou, cum laude. Ben Craig Hamilton, summa cum laude. Jordan Charles Perry. Jaron Michael Gray, cum laude.
Now we do this.
Now will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English please rise and come forward? Kayla Marie Pickering Ames, magna cum laude. Benjamin Douglas Panett. Stephanie Lena Jellett. Heather Aaron Herbert, summa cum laude. Kathy Lynn Gendreau. Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History please rise and come forward? Tyler John Michalowski, magna cum laude. Thomas J. Cody Gilbert Pond, cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology please rise and come forward? Michelle Jo Busey, magna cum laude. Joshua Matthew Boyles. Stephen Allen McDougall. Logan Jude McNulty. Courtney May Cray. Alyssa Sue DeShane, magna cum laude, senior class treasurer. Rachel Lynn Jordan, summa cum laude. Sarah Emily Taylor, summa cum laude. Dawn Maria Casella, summa cum laude. Krista Sue Stevens. Bethany Elaine Lord. Rayanne Marie Michaud. Melody Ann Fitzpatrick Gonya, cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Schnorr, magna cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science please rise and come forward? Lawrence Dale Charette, accounting, cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Art Education please rise and come forward? Failing that, will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts please rise and come forward? Kathleen Ann Christoffel, summa cum laude. And the most artistic card, by the way. Miranda Megan Akeley. Megan. Rowena May Alley Forbes. Also very artistic. Carrie Leah Braun, also receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Art Education, cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Liberal Studies please rise and come forward? Brina R. Hood, History. Caitlin Elizabeth Ballard, Educational Studies. Brittany Marie Lovely, Psychology, Senior Class Secretary. Linnell Marie Lavway, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Devin Jane Gustafson, Educational Studies. Samuel Lucas Hisco, Educational Studies. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Athletic Training please rise and come forward? Jacob Emery Nason. Cameron Michael Morrill. Alexander Joshua Siernick, magna cum laude. Michael Oliver Warner, Esquire. Lucas Carson Huey Bartlett, magna cum laude. Bradley Bruce Burlock. Mark Tyler Kavanaugh, Senior Class Vice President. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education please rise and come forward? Michelle Renee Russell, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Lewis, magna cum laude. Jenna Marie Kitchen. Nicole Leanne Boggs, cum laude. Jenna Jamie Bouchard, cum laude. Brooke Robin Hannington, cum laude. Morgan Lee Meyer, magna cum laude. Danielle Ray Clark. Jeffrey Allen Jameson. Haley Rose Ritchie. Melinda Sue Godin. Hallie Lynn Bartlett, magna cum laude. Allison Laura Casey. Wendy Marie Walsh. Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Studies please rise and come forward? Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Studies and Sustainability please rise and come forward? Oh, that's weird. Melinda Jean Hitchcock, magna cum laude. Angelique N. Paul. Michael Allen Henderson, cum laude. Hollis William Siemens, cum laude. Sarah Abigail Pickering Ames, cum laude. Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics please rise and come forward? Sipeng Liu, cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physical Education please rise and come forward? Randy Elizabeth Kaplan. Jordan P. Duffy. Aaron Richard Hutchins. Jeremy Alden Tarr. Joshua Charles McKinnon, Senior Class President. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Recreation and Leisure Services please rise and come forward? Joey Lee Bard, Bachelor of Science in Recreation and Leisure Services with a second major in Business Administration, cum laude. Blaine Robert Hunt. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education please rise and come forward? Kyle Daniel Gilson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Social Work please rise and come forward? Annie Michelle Johnson. Kelsey Brooke Wilson. Leslie Megan Horn, cum laude. Sarah Louise Gendreau. Donna Jo Robichaux, magna cum laude. Ashley Evelyn Ruist. Carrie Lynn Bradstreet. Tony Nicole Wise, magna cum laude. Jessica Ruth York, cum laude. Jennifer Grace Burgess, magna cum laude. Julie Marie Devine, magna cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts please rise and come forward? Jorge Lenin Alvarado, Liberal Studies. Corey Michael Hebert, Criminal Justice. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science please rise and come forward? Mitchell Spencer Firo, Medical Lab Tech. Mandolin Lily Ring, Medical Lab Tech. Taylor Ray Bailey, Medical Lab Tech. Melissa Helena Pleasance, Medical Lab Tech, summa cum laude. Roland Irving Guimond, Medical Lab Tech. Ryan Lee Barrett, Medical Lab Tech, summa cum laude. Angel Lee Strout, Physical Therapist Assistant, magna cum laude. Martha Louise McPartland, Physical Therapist Assistant. Jasmine Marie Rockwell, Physical Therapist Assistant. Valerie Renee J., Physical Therapist Assistant, magna cum laude. Allison Emma Phillips, Physical Therapist Assistant. Whitney Ray Flint, Physical Therapist Assistant, magna cum laude. Valerie Vicky Cormier, Physical Therapist Assistant. Haley Jean Quint, Physical Therapist Assistant. Joshua Daniel Churchill, Physical Therapist Assistant. Andrea Lee Allen, Physical Therapist Assistant. Kirby Dean Hardy II, Physical Therapist Assistant. Just ensuring that in my inexperience, there are no other graduates that need to come forward. Will the graduates please rise? President Schott, I have the honor to present our students who have been judged by the faculty of the University of Maine at Presque Isle worthy of the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, Bachelor of Social Work, Associate of Arts, and Associate of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Maine System, and confirming the action of our faculty, I hereby grant unto you the appropriate degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, Bachelor of Social Work, Associate of Arts, and Associate of Science, together with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Okay, graduates, this is one of the most important things. The next step here, you may now move your tassels from the right side of your caps to the left, signifying that you are now college graduates. Congratulations. You may be seated. We're almost done, but not quite. I am now pleased to introduce Sharon Royks, 1964 graduate of the University of Maine at Presque Isle and current president of the Alumni Association. Sharon?
Members of the class of 2014, I am very pleased and honored on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Alumni Association to welcome each of you into our association as our new alumni. It doesn't seem possible that 50 years has passed since I was sitting with my classmates in the auditorium to receive our degrees. You become a University of Maine at Presque Isle alumni when you graduate with a 2- or 4-year degree and join a growing list of thousands of graduates who have attended this institution since 1903. The Alumni Association is governed by a dedicated group of board members who are once like you, poised for this very important moment between college and your future career. The Board of Directors meet bi-monthly, sets the direction of the association, and plans important alumni events like the annual gathering that takes place during homecoming each year. This year's homecoming will be held September 19th through 21st, so we hope that you will save those dates and make plans to return to campus to join us for the weekend. As a member of an extended family, you share a bond with other alumni who live in different areas, work in different occupations, and enjoy different interests. The possibilities of networking are endless. There are a number of activities that we provide our members with social, professional, and educational opportunities. We host a reception at the Maine Association of Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance annual meeting in early November. The Southern Maine alumni get together in Portland, which will be held the end of June, and several alumni sporting activities. Once you are in our alumni database, you will receive communication through the annual Blue and Gold publication, email, and social networks. There is also a place on Facebook, and I am sure if not all of you, probably most of you are on Facebook, where you can get information from the University of Maine at Presque Isle. Also, you can visit the UMPI webpage where you can ask questions, give us your change of address, and share your professional and life experiences to self-update your contact information. We do enjoy hearing from our alumni, so please keep in touch. We want to hear from you where your owl wings have taken you. This is a very special day, a time to reflect on warm memories, friendships, shared experiences, and personal accomplishments. Also, it is a time to anticipate the promise of the future, and may it be filled with wonderful new experiences, challenges, and all the success that you deserve. Open new doors and never stop believing what you may be able to accomplish. Congratulations and best wishes in your future endeavors.
In keeping with our new traditions this year, and with the fact that our guest speaker, Ellis Paul, has been so generous to compose a song for us, he has also agreed to perform it again, and all of you should have the words to the song in your program, and he will lead us all in singing Rise Up, Presque Isle.
We all, there we go. Hear me? Are we there? Hello? Can you hear me? Would you please stand up for this? I hear the lifting of your wings. Take to the sky, your sons and daughters. Your voice is echoing like owls flying above the fields. Be heard above her crystal waters. You are the sons and daughters of UMaine. Rise up, Presque Isle. From this nest of steel and stone, take to the sky, you sons and daughters. Take this memory of home. Owls flying above the fields. Be heard above the crystal waters. You are the sons and daughters of UMaine. Rise up, Presque Isle. Raise the glass together, sing. Take to the sky, you sons and daughters. A choir of queens and kings. Owls rising above the fields. Be heard
above her crystal waters. You are the sons and daughters of UMPI Rise Up Presque Isle. You are the sons and daughters of UMPI Rise Up Presque Isle. All right, congratulations.
How's that for a new tradition? I guess that means you have to come every year, Ellis. All right. Okay, there's just a couple of more things, but they're very important for the graduates and for all of you family members. We're getting ready to have a great photo op. So get your cameras, cell phones ready, because this is the time when the graduates get to really celebrate by tossing those caps high into the air. So wait, I'm going to count so everybody can get ready. On the count of 3, toss them straight up. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This pretty much concludes our ceremony. I'd like to remind everyone that there is a wonderful reception awaiting all of us up in the campus center, and we hope that you will walk straight up the path and join us there. If you would like to have pictures with any of us up here for any reason, we'll be happy to stay around so you can get those photos. Or if it's not raining outside, we'll be happy to do it outside where it's a little bit cooler. Please, audience members, we will now have the processional, and if you will stay in your seats until the processional has concluded. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, start playing? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, ready. It's good. How about a little bit more, yeah? How about yeah, 1, 2. Thank you. Great. Thank you. One more, just, yeah. And let's do the call. Yeah, cool. It's enough? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah, I would like to meet Ellis Paul. So he probably will be mobbed, but I will try to make through. Unfortunately, no. Because we have another concert we have to play, so we have to leave immediately. Day after tomorrow, but we need to, there's more pieces we're playing.